What's up? So normally I make a vision board for my goals every year, but this year I decided to change it up and make a bingo board. I think it'll work better for my brain to actually like cross things off. You know, typically when you think of a vision board, you get a magazine, you rip out all these different pictures, words, things that you want to use and focus on for the year, which is great because I've done it for several years. I wanted to be a little bit more intentional of actually reaching these goals, crossing them off, working towards achieving at least 27 goals. There are 27 goals on my vision board. Now, of course, that's not every goal that I have, but these are the ones that I want to keep at the forefront of my mind, thinking about all throughout the year, making choices that will help me reach and achieve these goals. I saw the idea online, I think on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok. I can't recall which one it was. And then, of course, once you see one video, you'll see several. And again, it just resonated a little bit more with me. Of course, I had to put pictures to it. I'll go over how I created my bingo board. I saw someone online use the term Bingoals. So bingo and then putting goals together. It was cute. So that's what I used for my board. But I use Canva, ChatGPT, of course. I use markers. I have a projector that I use to write and draw on cookies for my cookie business. So I use that too because I cannot draw. I use that to trace the different pictures for my bingo board. So it made it a little bit easier for me. So if you have one, great, use it. If you're an artist, this will be easy for you. I made my board by using a $1.25, no longer dollar store, canvas from Dollar Tree. So this is the blank canvas that I started with. And again, I just purchased it from the Dollar Tree. You can get any size, but this actually worked perfect for what I wanted to do. I had it to use for me and Luna to do a craft. And I think we had just extra because we did something with paint outside. I do recall that on board. So I had a couple extra. And once I saw that, I was like, oh, this will be perfect for me to use. I use markers. I bought these from Amazon, just a pack of fine line markers that could get really small details. I use that. And of course, I use Canva. This is the template that I started with. And then I put that into ChatGPT and it created little pictures to go along with the words for my bingo board. So this is my 2026 Bingoals board, and I'll go over each one so that I can share, which is a great accountability for me to share each one of my goals, and then we'll see for at the end of 2026 which goals that I hit. I've already hit one that I know offhand. Now there could be something else that I hit, but I already know one offhand that I did hit. But before we get to my goals, so I started with a template. I went to Canva and I typed in bingo card or bingo, and it had different templates. I like this template because it had the little heart in the center. And of course you can change it however you want, but this is where I started. And it had different things, of course, words, and I just changed it to my goals. It ended up being 24 goals, 2 lines of 5 at the top. The center line had 4 because it had the heart in the center, the free space, and then the 2 lines at the bottom with 5. So once I wrote out my goals, I then uploaded it into ChatGPT. I told ChatGPT that I wanted pictures to go. I told it, of course, what all I was doing, and I wanted pictures to match what my goals were. So of course it came up with pictures, and I just went with the pictures that it initially came up with because they were fine and cute. And this is again, and this is again what ChatGPT produced. That's what ChatGPT produced for all my different goals. So what are my goals? Oh, well, okay. So once I did get this image from chat, I downloaded it to my iPad. And then, like I said, I have a projector where I use to trace for my cookie business. So I projected it on the canvas and then outlined it. I'm trying to think. I think I made the lines first. Yeah, so I outlined it, made the lines first using a ruler so that it would be even. And then for the images, I projected each individual one as well as like the writing so that it could be as nice and neat as possible. It's not perfect. It's perfect enough for me. And it has 2026 Bingoals. I got a little water on it on my dresser. So it has a little water, a little smudge on the top, but that's okay. It's fine. So the first one, which is crazy now that I'm looking at it because it's been sitting on the dresser. I have to do a better job of finding somewhere to hang my vision boards because a lot of times they end up in my closet or end up in my office behind something. So I need it like front and center. And maybe I'll put it on my phone as well. Like I'll do a screensaver now that I'm saying it. I'll put this on my phone as my screensaver. So the first one, it says High Rocks PR. And I already hit that. My first singles race, my time was 1:36:36, and that was Boston. That was the end of September, beginning of October last year. Then I ran in Atlanta, November. I think it was the first because, or no, it was the second because we were in Atlanta for Halloween, so Luna could go trick-or-treating with one of my girlfriends and her kids. And then Antavis raced the next day, and then I raced the next. So November 2nd. And I cramped so bad, my time was 1:38:30. And then I ran Phoenix the end of January 2026, and my time was 1:33:26. So I shaved off 3 minutes and 10 seconds. So this High Rocks PR, I can already check that off. And I haven't figured out how I'm going to check off my board so that it still stays intact. Maybe I'll do like a little star so I don't completely cover it, but I haven't figured out how I'm going to mark off that I do get bingo. So that's the first one. This one is 30-day consecutive social posts. It's now the end of February and I have not posted consecutively on any platform, not just YouTube, mainly TikTok. That's where I mainly post. So that one I can work on. And again, now that I'm going over these, because I made it the end of December, finished it, I think the beginning of January, and then I just set it to the side. So I think I am going to put this as a screensaver on my phone so that it's at the forefront of my mind and I see it and it'll make me be consistent. Learn something new. I have a couple crochet kits that I may use for that. I do know how to play pickleball, but I want to like really get better at it. So that's something as well. I have a silhouette machine and I want to learn how to use that. I've had it for a couple years now and it's literally sat in the box. So one of my friends from the gym, she has a Cricut and she said she would show me how to use it. So I want to do stuff with that. So that's also something that I can learn. The next one is follow budget for 3 months, which this will be great for YouTube content. Hopefully in those 3 months, I can pay off some credit card debt that I have. That's that. Read 4 books. Every year I put like 12 or unrealistic goal and it doesn't happen. And we're going to include audio books, but I do have a couple physical books that I actually want to get through and read. Practice gratitude. I have this big jar in my office, this big mason jar that I want to write notes and put that in the mason jar. Again, something that I have and I just haven't been consistent with. Find a new hobby. So that's kind of the sewing or the crocheting that I mentioned. That can be a new hobby. And again, even pickleball, like I really would love to get competitive with it, but a lot of my time and training goes into High Rocks. That's why I have to do the content creation so that I can do the things that I want to do. And that is one of them. $5,000 High Rocks travel. So now I'm just, High Rocks comes, I sign up, I have to pay for hotel, I have to pay for flight, and I just go with it. I make it work. I really want to set aside travel for High Rocks. Like if this is something that I'm so invested in, by the end of the season, I will have ran 8 races total in a 12-month time frame. So I really need to budget because it's not going away. My obsession, Lord willing, body healed, that I'll continue to be able to run. The next one is debt free. Again, I mentioned in my first video for this year that paying off some debt, budgeting, that's at the forefront of my mind. So again, these are all goals that'll help me do the things that I say I want to do. Lose 25 pounds. That it's been a struggle this year. Last year, I gave up sugar for 3 months and I was so proud of myself because it had been something that I've always struggled with. And then I added it back around the holidays. And then this year, Girl Scout cookie time, the holidays, my birthday, it's just getting back on track and pulling back and eliminating the sugar has been a struggle. So 25 pounds, I want to do it. I'd love to do it by the time we go to New York for High Rocks in first week in June. I'm going to get there, which is great content for me to document and share what I'm doing. I am in a deficit, but I'm just not eating as clean as I need to. So I need to clean up my eating. The next one is declutter. Those will be some great videos because again, that'll help. I have so much stuff that I need to get rid of. I want to be a minimal, that would be ideal, be a minimalist, but I see like great sales and I'm not a big shopper, but I'll buy something. I'm like, oh, I'll flip it and sell it. And then it just sits there. So I need to declutter and get rid of a lot of stuff. So that's one of my goals this year, brand deals. Again, posting the content, growing my following, sharing tips and things that are helpful and useful for other people solving problems. That'll, again, translate into brand deals. And then 12-week strength training 3 times a week at the gym. Now I will run. Cardio is my love. Like I love all things high intensity. I do love cardio, but I do want to get stronger, especially that'll help with rowing and some of the things and different stations at High Rocks. So I want to follow like a 12-week strength training program to build muscle. The next one is Vlogmas. So when I started my YouTube journey, like in November, like Vlogmas was the next month. I wasn't ready yet. So again, me being consistent, starting back again in February 2026, by December, I should be in a good spot so that I can participate in Vlogmas and I have something to talk about and I'm not struggling because I've worked that muscle. I've been consistent. I will have been consistent. Launch a new business offer. I have a job where I am a head trainer at a boutique fitness studio. I don't want to do that for the rest of my life. Although I love it. I love the people. You know, Luna this morning or last night, I think I told her that I'm dropping her off at school. Normally I don't drop her off because I'm at the studio at 4:30 in the morning. I pick her up every day, but I don't drop her off. And so I told her, I was like, I'm going to drop you off in the morning because I don't have to go in until later. And she was like, I love when you take me to school. I want you to take me to school. And I'm like, I want to be able to take you to school too. But because I have to be at the studio so early, like something so simple, I'm not able to do. So I want to figure out a business offer, whether it's macros, whether it's something else. Again, maybe it's just content creation and that is growing for me that I'm able to do on my own. I know at the end of the day, I'm meant to be an entrepreneur. So working for someone for the rest of my life is not it for me. Again, to each their own, but I just know me and how like flexible I want my schedule to be. So that's one. Sunday meal prep. Some weeks I do good. Other weeks I'm just a lazy Sunday and I don't feel like prepping, but I know how great my week is set up. Like today, Monday, because I go in later, I haven't been meal prepping like on Sunday, but today has been such a busy filled day that even my breakfast, if I meal prep that, it sets me up so that I can easily grab that first thing in the morning and I don't have to get up so early to get ready to go to the studio. Digital detox. I want to find a day. Again, it's a balance with growing your content and also being present at home. So the batch content creation, this is my second video today, where I want to be able to like unplug and not worry about content, not worry about tracking or, getting content, just being present in the moment. So I do want to figure out how either on Sundays or something like to do a digital detox. 30-day women's devotion. I want to grow my faith. So that's also an area, whether it's a specific like 30-day or just me. My girlfriend, Kristen, sent me a Bible. We go to the Sarah Jake Roberts Woman Evolve conference. We've gone 2 years now. And so after the last one, she sent me a beautiful Bible so I can use that. Try 25 new matcha recipes. I've gotten into matcha thanks to my girl, Kristen. And when we went to California for High Rocks in December, we stopped at this cafe and they had like a banana bread or some type of banana matcha. It was amazing. And so I want to try and test out different matcha recipes. I usually make matcha in the morning. So that's one of the things that I would like to do, is to test out matcha recipes and just share. 3 months, no sugar. Okay, so I want to do that again. I was so proud of myself. I have to strategically figure out when I'm going to do it, because right now it's the end of February, March, April, May. I could possibly do it now so that when I go to New York, that'll be a treat. We are going to New York in like 3 weeks for Luna's birthday, but that might be perfect because I do want to go to Magnolia Bakery. And if I don't go when we go in March, I can wait and go when we go to New York the first weekend in June. They have amazing banana pudding. So I do want to try that out. So I may jump on it now so I can mark that one off, and I'll have 2 marked off on this side, which practice gratitude and declutter the launch of business. That might be the one. 5K PR. I have not ran a 5K. Well, we did go to Disney in January. We went on a Disney cruise in January, and on their private island, Castaway Key, they have a 5K. So we did run it, but it was just for fun. It's not timed. You do it at your own pace. We ran walk because we had Luna. So that's one of my goals, is to PR, stretch practice. I have gotten better with like after class staying and stretching, because some of the injuries that I've had, it's like actually forced me to, I know the importance of stretching. So that one, lower my A1C. I went to the doctor in November, and I haven't shared this again. I haven't made videos, but she mentioned that my A1C is higher. I'm like pre-diabetic, and that's not okay. And I was eating at maintenance calories, eating around 2,300 calories a day, higher on the carb side as well. So I wasn't mindful. They had this like croissant bread at Costco that I would get. So I wasn't mindful of the carbs that I was eating. I was staying within my macros, but again, not mindful of the whole grains. So I do need to focus on lowering my A1C, hence get rid of the sugar. And then the last one is grow one of my platforms to 5,000 followers, which I think that's a low ball. That's not like a stretch goal. So I really need to focus on like a stretch goal number for growing my following. But that is my 2026 Bingoals board. So hopefully you found this helpful, and maybe instead of a vision board this year, you'll make yourself a Bingoals board. But stick around. Hopefully, I know I'm going to accomplish some of these goals because, again, I already have one checked off. So I'll see you on my next video. Bye.